What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to a joyful video here. Second half against the Rams. Obviously, he scored a lot of points, but it was from a schematic standpoint and from an execution standpoint so much better than what we've seen from the Eagles offense the rest of the season. So, very promising video. I promise you that. We're going to go through the most of the plays here. Before we get started, thank you to everyone who's supporting me on Buy Me a Coffee. We have 4 new members. And 20 new donations of coffee to the channel here. And I really appreciate it because obviously everything here is copyrighted by the NFL. So all the ad revenue stuff goes to the NFL. I get none of that. So your way of supporting me is on Buy Me a Coffee. Let's get right to the tape. Right off here in the second half, we're starting to get better things going here for the Eagles. We start off here against cover 3 defense for the Rams. And they got locked down here at the bottom because there's only one receiver, so he's playing man here. Then after from that, we have cover 3 and behind it. There you go, something like that. All right, so A.J. Brown is going to be our outside route here. That's the key guy that we're going to take here to begin with. And we got some crossers here. Some curls here on the rest of the offense. But the key thing for me here, everybody's running routes that are actually relevant. Here, top, DeVonta Smith. That is the curl and a break of a guy who has the potential of getting the ball. Unlike what we saw in the first half video where everything was incredibly predetermined. But we go to the A.J. Brown route down here at the bottom. A.J. Brown route at the bottom. I really appreciate that. That Hurts is trying to get him involved and trying to get him going here to begin the second half. Good timing throw. Could have been, if anything, it should have been a little bit earlier, but it's perfectly fine. Nice grab at the sideline. Also got the O-line going a little bit better here in the second half with Saquon Barkley. Trap block where Cam Jurgens is just going to be just skipping one gap over, and a down block from Tyler Steen. He comes over here, get the trap there. Only thing here, and it's a minor thing, is now like Saquon Barkley to hit the hole a bit faster. Becomes a little bit dancy, but he does recoup well here in setting up the block with Landon Dickerson afterwards. But when he explodes for those long touchdowns that we saw last season, it's times like this where he's just exploding and then going full speed in one direction. Now I don't think he would have made that because you got safety help and whatnot, but yeah, that's the only thing. Really good block here from the O-line. This is a designed call shot for A.J. Brown. He's lined up there to the top. Really teardrop. Nice pass here from Jalen Hurts. And he makes the catch right there. Now what happens on the play is we have DeVonta Smith. He's basically just a decoy right here to try to get that safety to move with him. They're showing a little bit of pressure here pre-snap. You see this guy creeping up towards the line. We have we have a man look right here. There, basically, they're showing what they're doing pre-snap, and the design here is to have A.J. Brown go deep, get one-on-one with this guy. DeVonta Smith come in here and take away the safety. Naturally, this guy as well because he's playing man on him. And then you have an underneath option out here in a drag route if all things falls apart. Absolutely phenomenal outside shaded pass here, outside aimed pass, so he clears away from the safety. Terrific catch from A.J. Brown, and we're going. And then immediately after, like we saw in the first half, they ran cover 2 a couple of times, and they're showing that more here as well, where we have outside shaded there, inside shade here, two safety look right here. Nobody's lined up across from the tight end here, so we have zone look to begin with. And this is what they were showing in the first half as well. A good job from Jalen Hurts of recognizing that they're going with this zone coverage, flat, hook to curl, and then this guy is the primary guy that we're keying on here. He's in 3-hole, and he's playing 3-hole so incredibly bad. Like, he's not getting his eyes out in any direction. Even though Hurts is looking over here, he's not even getting his eyes out to that point. He's slow turning. He doesn't get enough depth. And Hurts puts a nice ball in here, right where it has to be between the two safeties. Between the two safeties and the underneath 3-hole defender, who allows a lot of space in there for Dallas Goedert. All right, so not perfect at all in the second half here with this play. Still frustrating with the look that we're getting here. A.J. Brown motioning out. The linebacker comes with him, and this guy is shooting up towards the line of scrimmage. Clear as day man look, okay? Because when he is shifting more outside here, if he's playing zone, he couldn't care less about that. So when he comes out here, it shows us that, all right, he has to get a little bit more outside to get head up man on the tight end here. And this guy naturally showing more blitz. So when he comes up here to the line, you have 5 guys at the line. You have a clear as day cover one man look. That is exactly what they're running on this one anyway. And yet still here, we're a good over a second in the play. More than that. Curl, which is extremely covered. None of the other 3 guys here are looking back for the ball. Deep. Inside breaker and outside breaker here from A.J. Brown. Well, curl, but you know what I mean. Curl at 20-yard depth from the line of scrimmage. So it's a concept that is drawn up to have intermediate to deep shot, and that's fine. But when they're showing blitz like this, and when they're showing man, there has to be an audible. There has to be a way for Jalen Hurts to create a hot route here. The tight end here, maybe it's Dallas Goedert, I'm not sure. When he comes in here and sits, why would you sit against man if you're the only option underneath? Like Sig or drag and that's not a knock on Dallas Goedert. That's more a knock on the offensive scheme here and what is actually going on. Actually, it looks like he's actually sigging here, but it's just an incredibly bad route. Anyway, and let's just say that he had all the time in the world. They're practically double teaming A.J. Brown here. This guy's playing outside man. This guy's playing inside man. So he has his eyes on A.J. Brown to begin with. He is playing outside here. So if A.J. was to go out in any direction here, he would just follow that. If he's going inside here, he picks it up. He's relating so much towards that side that Devontae Smith he clears this guy here. That guy's going deep, so that would have been an option. This is also an option of coming across the middle right here. But issue is that when they're going 5-man pressure, it's one-on-one blocks all over the place here. Cameron Jurgens has a lot to deal with there in the middle. The block from Saquon Barkley is horrific. Fred Johnson gets pushed back, so it just becomes a throwaway. All right, third down situation. Rams are playing zone, only sending 3 guys in pressure here, and so heavy zone look. You have 2 guys here dragging across the middle. That's nice. They'll draw a lot of attention around. You have Devontae Smith coming on an outside shade here to begin with, and then one guy coming inside here. A really important job between the 2 of them coming across the middle here, that they have space in between, so that one will take away the middle of the deep middle of the field. So really good job here from Devontae Smith of going outside instead of inside. If he went inside here, he'd be right in the ass of the tight end coming across. I believe it's the tight end here. So when he's coming in here, he's going to drag away that safety. That basically becomes a one-on-one here with the deep third corner. And he is not his primary responsibility, so he clears a lot of space. This guy does here with the underneath 3-hole defender. Good ball from Jalen Hurts. Good timing. Nice conversion on intermediate here. Good route concepts. Once again, it's so refreshing in this game here to see everybody moving in full speed to a point where you're not in doubt that this is not a predetermined, we want to hit this guy on the play. Because holy shit, that drove me crazy in the first half. Here you have a deep option with A.J. Brown. Love it. That's what he does best. Then you have levels concept here over the middle. Absolutely love that too. And then you have an outside option here with a blocker, lead blocker with Saquon Barkley. Okay, that's great. Exactly what we want here. Exactly what we want. And the levels concept in between it right here. This guy is getting depth. He's looking at the guy coming right here. So that leaves Jahan Dotson wide open to the flat. This is also an option. It's perfectly fine. And then you have AJ Brown to the top. Always not a bad option at any point there. Especially that we're running levels over the middle, I like, because levels concepts can be so effective against zone coverage. You can even argue that Dallas Goedert, when he's coming across here, would have been an option with a good tight throw here. If the flat defender to that side, if he was way up here, then Dallas would have more space to work in between. Then there's a gun option there right in the middle. Would like him to run a little bit more though. Absolutely awesome throw from Jalen Hurts. And once again here, they're kind of utilizing that they've been predetermining so many options down here at the bottom with lead blockers in screen game. So he'll fake jailbreak screen. Gonna look like we have two guys coming out here to block. Jahan Dotson comes back. Heavy pump fake from Jalen Hurts. And then we have the in-breaker from Devontae Smith, and we have the deep route here from A.J. Brown. You can argue that A.J. Brown is the more open guy right here. I think that will be a touchdown. I absolutely think that will be a touchdown. But that being said, what Jalen Hurts is reading here is that they're also playing zone. He sees now at that point, Devontae Smith comes in. He trusts his guy. He's an accurate passer over the middle, and he knows it. Maybe he just wanted to show that to Kevin Patullo. but just take a look at here from the box view. Look at this absolute absurd throw. There is so little space for him to throw that in. You got 1, 2, 3, practically 4 defenders right there in the area. This is so tight. And he hits Devontae Smith right in the hands. Drops the ball, hit on a defenseless receiver. And I wouldn't say Jalen Hurts is selling him. Not at all, because Devontae Smith can take hits like that. We know that. And it's a good ball. It would have moved the chains. You can argue, though, that A.J. Brown might have been a more secure, high-level, high chance for a big play target down the field. I believe, you have zone coverage here with the Rams. I believe it's cover 3. Deep, flat, hook curl, flat. At least so I think. I mean, just look at this play and compared to that first video I did on the first half offense. This is so much more. You have motion, you have play action with a split zone look from the entire offensive line here. They're baiting up the linebackers. They're buying that play action. Hurts wants to throw over the middle here to Devontae Smith. Doesn't really like it because you have this guy. This guy's breaking on it. Probably could have thrown it anyway, but this guy would probably make a big hit. And if you just anticipated that a little bit longer, you have Jahan Dotson running here 1-on-1. That guy was practically flat-footed when he started clearing him, so an option down the field as well. It's a short yardage situation, so I like the fact that Jalen Hurts is scanning it here, and then comes back to this underneath option here for John Mechie. Good design, fine execution. All right, it's a little bit divided coverage here from the Rams, where at the bottom they're playing man, and at the top here they're playing, this guy's taking whatever's outside, he's taking whatever's inside, and he's playing over top. For the Eagles, we have a corner route, we have a stay, we have A.J. Brown coming here across the middle, we have over, so it creates a little bit of a levels here in the middle. And then Devontae Smith is on a curl here to the top. Great. A few options here. A.J. Brown coming across the middle is a fine job. Very, very off coverage from his guy to begin with. So a lot of separation. Like it. Ball should come out very quickly. And also right here, you have him coming in between that safety zone and man defender to the opposite side. Also could have been anticipated that. Down here at the bottom, Jahan Dotson, nice route here, going on the corner. See that one here? Get that shimmy at the top. Whoop, whoop. Clears as he's moving to the end zone. Several options. Makes a good one, gets A.J. Brown going. All right, so A little bit of a zone cover look here, or divided at least. You have nobody really clearing over the tight end. It could be this guy, but you have what looks like a man coverage down here at the bottom. No motion to tell. Could have been an idea. They're playing cover 2 here, so we got two deep defenders. This guy's going to be on a delayed blitz. Then you have 3-hole, hook to curl, flat, deep, flat. And Eagles are having a double slant to the top. That's your man side. So if they're running man, that's where you want to go. Well, like here, that's difficult against cover 2. So good progression here from Hurts of reading that immediately, saying, all right, that's not an option. And then at the bottom here, you have this guy, I'm not sure who it is, clearing away the corner to that side. And then Devontae Smith is going to sit in between the hook to curl, safety, and flat defender to that side. Nice anticipation from Hurts. Smitty just needs to get upfield. It's easy to say in hindsight, but he loses the first down by going back. And touchdown fade for A.J. Brown. I will never slander the Eagles for trying to fade to A.J. 31 is trying out for an acting career. Probably not going too well for him. And then down here at the bottom, you have 2 outbreakers and Jahan Dotson coming in. And I really think, because the 2 outbreakers here are weird because they'll be right in the same spot. I think it's just to clear everything away. If it was zone here, so that Jahan Dotson would be free over the middle. Really good job from the linebacker there, though, covering that up. Predetermined throw to Devontae Smith at the bottom here, where we have the A.J. Brown, I believe, coming off the block. He comes out here. He gets the ball. You have a bunch of uninspiring routes here at the top. Again, making it look like those were never really options. Like, what is that effort? This guy never looks back, doesn't run his route fully. I can respect it, though. I mean, you want to get your ball to the playmakers, that's okay. I just still don't limit them. Like, have a route for A.J. Brown if that guy plays really good coverage. That's just my take. I always kind of hate when you have the 2 same routes on both sides. Especially when the deep guys here aren't really acting like there's a chance that they're getting it deep. He's blocking and never look back. He's blocking and never look back. And then you have 2 guys here playing pretty decent coverage. So none of those guys are options. Like, have different options in the play, man. Just, why would you run the same thing? You're gonna get the same look on both sides anyway. Just have something that beats zone and beat man in both sides, and something that plays to your player strength. Like, have A.J. Brown actually run like a hitch and go, or what do I know? Tough rep for Cameron Jurgens, who gives up the pressure initially. Jared Ferris gets the sack. All right, so 4th down, playing mixed coverage again. They are here, man at the top. And they're playing some zone combinations down here at the bottom to respect like in and out. To here, flat, hook to curl. He'll take whatever's coming out. He'll take whatever's coming in. And we have the slot blitz, which is extremely unfortunate. That because it clearly rattles Hurts a ton to a point where he doesn't see. I think it's Jahan Dotson coming clearly on clear deep. Even here, you have in between that flat and hook to curl right there. You have an option, Dallas Goedert, close to the sticks, like let him catch it and then work for the first down. But he is so afraid of that guy coming. Obviously, he's coming full speed. But here, Dotson, he's even with this guy. Hurts is still scrambling at that point. He's going out. He's staying with him. Comes down here. Touchdown. But a turnover on downs instead. Final drive, I believe. Here, showing pressure. Dropping it back. Cover 2. Okay, so we got 3-hole, hook to curl, flat, deep. Good option there, Dallas Goedert initially. Gets that, or tries to get that. Should have caught it. You also have a good option right here, Devontae Smith. The rest of the guys, like, I'm not quite sure why we have 2 guys who aren't really running any routes at all. Even from the beginning, it doesn't really seem like... It looks like they're double stays. Or at least to the bottom. Actually, A.J. Brown runs a pretty solid route here to the top. Dotson looks like a guy who is never really trying to get the ball. Third down, I really think you can tell from the Eagles, offense and skill players here that they mean business right here. They know this is their time to really shine and get this one here, get this one over with. Really good routes here at the bottom. Devontae Smith coming on a crosser. We got intermediate. We got a flat here. So flat concept to the bottom. A.J. Brown running a curl route. Everybody's open. Here, this guy, I believe that's Jahan Dotson. He's even with this guy. He's leaving. That's a touchdown. Devontae Smith, man-on-man against him. Terrific cut outside. He is super open right here. That's a holding, by the way. He's open coming out. Good timing there from A.J. Brown, who isn't really open but gets thrown open by Devontae Smith, and he just completely overmans these guys. Like it looks like it's a grown man playing against small kids. Awesome play from A.J. Brown, and a really good timing throw and position from Jalen Hurts. They didn't do it often, but when they ran Jalen Hurts, I mean, they actually didn't gain a ton there in the first one. They called holding on it. But I love it. I want to see more of it. The hits, yes, he'll take some hits from time to time, but he's just so good as a runner, so it has to be a part of the offense with designed runs for him. And this feels like a déjà vu. Eagles running the same stuff here with the same out and up, and A.J. Brown isn't really doing anything. They're showing the cover one man look here to begin with. Same thing as before. Oh, excuse me, that guy's going to come up. Good ball this time, makes a catch. But still, I'd like to have routes from A.J. Brown that he actually means. Once again, showing cover two, and they're playing cover two. Got the two-man high. They do it invert. Comes down here, hook the curl, flat. Again, Devontae Smith right in between that flat and hook the curl defender. Right there, and you have the guy over the middle to draw the attention from them. Devontae Smith gets open. Good timing throw from Jalen Hurts. A little bit high, but just made him make the catch. I might be wrong, but I actually think the Eagles have option routes here. That if it's covered two, these two guys will be running seams, so Jalen Hurts can gut it in there behind the three-hole defender. And if they're running cover three or quarters, then they'll just sit in between those quarters and the skiff defender, and whatever way he goes, Jalen Hurts will throw that ball. I don't know why Jalen Hurts doesn't pull the trigger on Devontae Smith right here. He is so open that I'm surprised that he doesn't see it, because everything right here screams quarters coverage. Guy coming out hard in the flat. He stays in the three-hole, doesn't move at all. Safety in corner and moving away. He knows he got the flat. The curl coming there, and throws it to Saquon Barkley, who drops it. That should have been a massive completion to Devontae Smith again. Rams showing pressure pre-snap. We got guys cheating up here at the line, and they have a man look behind it with single high safety over the top. At least that's what they're showing. And that is what they're playing as well. And we have a bunch of good options right here. Devontae Smith, one-on-one at the outside on the curl route, usually gets open. You have Jahan Dotson, who is one-on-one against the guy, beating here in cover zero. He gets open. A.J. Brown on the curl route, he's open, or at least get thrown open. The only thing that isn't really open is the tight end across the middle. But here, this guy, he's leaving. Jahan Dotson, fast. Absolutely fast. Like he would have left this guy all in the dirt. Devontae Smith to the bottom. Always open on these curl routes. Good timing to A.J. Brown though. And the touchdown, we got man look down here in the red zone. Devontae Smith out route at the goal line. He's just aiming for the goal line there. Terrific ball placement from Jalen Hurts. Could not have been any better on fourth down to go ahead touchdown. I think the biggest difference between the first half and second half is that we have way less predetermined plays. So we're letting Hurts read what's going on and then make a decision from there. he could do better still on some plays. He's missing some open receivers, but he's also letting it rip and reading the field a lot better than when there's those terrible predetermined plays. They still have some of them here with those out route and goes where the go route is just blocking, but it was significantly better in the second half for sure. That opened up the running game a lot more. So I think first half was completely a schematic mistake, and also the players just weren't ready for the coached up for the scripted plays to begin the series. But thank you for watching, and let me know if there's anybody else you want to watch here this week. Otherwise, score predictions for the Bucks. Let's get them.